Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So last class we have started with cherubism. We have seen that it is a autosomal dominant genetic defect which will anatomically confine the limits of embryologic mandible and sometimes mandible and maxilla both, and it does not occur in any other bone. It will first manifest at 2.5 years and it will be like expressed fully in the age of 5 years. Males are more commonly affected. Then we have seen that sometimes it is associated with regional lymphadenopathy, nasal obstruction, and due to which mouth breathing occur. And nasal obstruction is only by middle concha because of the enlargement of middle concha. And we have seen the three level of expression of cherubism: type 1, type 2 and type 3. In type 1, which is very subtle, which only involve the rami and third molar region. Type 2 involve most of the mandible but it spares the condyle, and type 2 sometimes also include posterior maxilla. And type 3 is the prompt name for cherubism. It involves the mandible bilaterally and not all but most of the maxilla. This we have done with cherubism itna. Now we'll be starting आगे और क्या क्या उसके अपीयरेंस होते हैं एंड रेडियोग्राफिकली एंड हिस्टोपैथ. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस क्लास. ओके, द इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ maxilla's contribution to the orbital floor and orbital rim displaces the globes upward, causing a scleral show. Okay, when maxilla is involved, what happened? The orbital floor and the orbital rim displaces the globes upward. तो जो globes होते हैं वो ऊपर की तरह displace हो जाते हैं, which causes a appearance called scleral show. Sclera prominently दिखता है इन सब केसेस में, मतलब cherubism के केसेस में. So it is known as scleral show. This feature combined with the expansion of the maxilla give the chubby face appearance. Okay, this features with the combination of maxilla gives a chubby faced appearance and the upward to heaven looking eyes. It is also known as the scleral show and the upward to heaven looking eyes. Now, present with some degree of expanded faces, possibility of nasal obstruction, lymphadenopathy, dry mouth, drooling and rarely pain. Nasal obstruction, lymphadenopathy we have seen ये होता है. तो dry mouth, drooling and pain कभी कभी होता है. Clinically there may be missing teeth, multiple diastema and misplaced teeth. Okay, missing teeth हो सकता है, diastema हो सकता है multiple and misplaced teeth. Now radiographically bone shows a multilocular radiolucency with the expanded cortices including the inferior border. So inferior border is also expanded. Condyle and condylar neck appear normal because it spare the condyle, and unerupted and displaced teeth are present. Now what are the differential diagnoses of cherubism? It is primary hyperparathyroidism, Langerhans cell histocytosis, multiple OKC, mainly seen in basal nevoid cell syndrome, Noonan syndrome. These are the differential diagnoses of cherubism. Now coming to the histopathology, vascular fibrous stoma, extravasated erythrocyte and scattered multinucleated giant cell, eosinophilic perivascular cuffing of collagen is considered characteristic of cherubism, but this is frequently absent. ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होता है eosinophilic perivascular cuffing, बट जनरली ये प्रेजेंट नहीं होता हिस्टोलॉजिकली. तो वैस्कुलर फाइब्रस स्टोमा होता है एंड एक्स्ट्रावेसेटेड एरिथ्रोसाइट्स आर सीन एंड मल्टीन्यूक्लिएटेड जाइंट सेल. Clinical and radiographic correlation is necessary because the histologic features strongly resemble those seen in central giant cell tumors. and the lesions of hyperparathyroidism. Okay, so clinical and radiographic correlation is necessary. We cannot only go for histologic your histopathology, because it is similar to central giant cell tumors. Okay, that's all for today's class. Next class we will starting with treatment and prognosis of cherubism and other lesions. Okay, till then, like, share, subscribe and comment. Bye.